Hi foodies, let's make some stew beef tripe with an African twist. I'm adding up some nice spinach to this. So this is a lovely tripe I got here. It already clean as the butcher said, but I like to do a little more cleaning. So give it a good little rinse and add boiling water to it and let it sit there until it gets cool and nice. Now I take my knife, one of my small bread knife, and I just give it a good scrape. So it was really clean. There wasn't anything to come out of it and it didn't have a funky smell. Nice little clean again. You know how we like to do it, right? Give it a good little rinse. In goes some lime juice, some salt. The salt helps disinfect your meat. My sharp knife that I got here for Mother's Day. Yeah, let's try it out, right? Wow, this thing is really nice, good, heavy and nice and sharp as hell. So I'm going to dice these up in some nice pieces here, bite-sized pieces. This looks very good. That look nice. Now we're going to let that sit there for a good little 5 minutes. Now we want to rinse it out nicely. I'm going to rinse it quite a few times though. And you all know you could also rinse this with coffee. There you go, good little rinse. And I want to add some more vinegar. But the vinegar, it's not going to be sitting in. I'm just going to rinse it quickly because vinegar could toughen your meat. So in goes the vinegar, add the meat back, toss and turn a little bit, and there you go, rinse it out. That looks good and it smells nice. I like this. I'm satisfied with the cleanliness and the way I clean this beef tripe. So now I want to add it into my pot. I have some celery, some lime in there, that's a celery stalk, and a whole onion I cut in 4. Put it into my pressure cooker. I think 25 minutes is just fine. I'm going to cook it until it's done. So I have some peppers here and onion and a piece of ginger. And I want you to just put it in the food processor and just process it a little bit. This is what I'll be making my stew with. So in my pot with oil, I want to add some tomato paste. Let that cook a little bit. Bay leaf for lovely flavors in there. And now that tomato and peppers for the stew, cook that. Put that in there now and let it cook really nicely. Dominican oregano. And I want to add some anise seed. Yes, this is the anise seed, not the star anise. Drop that in there. You wouldn't believe the flavor you will get. We're going to add some water now from the food processor jar. 2 pieces of orange peel and 2 dry chilies. You're going to cook it slow until it intensifies and gets very dark like what you see now. In goes some beef base. I'm using some black bean, just a few black bean. This adds lovely flavor to your stew. Now here is that cooked tripe, beef tripe. Now there are different parts of the tripe. This is a towel tripe, I think. It looks like the towel, right? So we're going to add a little bit of water now. This is tender, but it's not perfectly tender. So we're going to just continue cooking it for another 15 to 20 minutes. In goes my fresh seasoning in there, my sofrito, onions, and a little bit of fresh garlic there just to the top. 1 boiled egg or 2 boiled egg. This, as I say, is the African twist. I'm using some Davy Bhaji or Chorai Bhaji. You could use regular spinach. This is that African twisted. My African friend from Nigeria, she brought this for me and I absolutely love it. They enjoy it with fufu. But I'm going to enjoy this with roti or rice. Well, you know, I'm Indian, right? Or some boil and fry plantain or vegetable. And there you go. Simple and easy to it. Stew, beef tripe with spinach. Jenny's Walk. Always bringing great flavors to the table.